pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Bunton.
Here.
Campbell.
Here.
Dempsey.
Here.
Ford.
Here.
Fournier.
Here.
Crop.
Here.
Menser.
Okay, announcements, acknowledgements, and communications and reports, including our quarterly department head reports. But I think we're going to start this evening first with the swearing in of our newly promoted lieutenant in our fire department, Anthony Kirkham.
That I will support the Constitution. Of the United States. The Constitution of this state. And that I will faithfully perform the duties of the office of fire lieutenant. In the city of Mount Clemens. County of Macomb. State of Michigan. According to my best abilities. So help me God. Your new lieutenant.
Small fan club.
And I understand that your mom and your brother Chris are going to give you your badge. Would you please come up? Why don't you come on this side? So.
That's fine. I think we'll take a 2-minute recess. Okay, now we will start with our quarterly reports from our department heads.
We'll start with Brian Tingley with Community Development.
Probably not going to get the same applause that Lieutenant Kirkham got.
No, you're not going to get those applause.
So in the second quarter of 2019, Community Development issued 426 building and other trade permits. There were 681 code enforcement cases open. There were 289 rental inspection and vacant property verification conducted. 146 properties received their rental certificate of compliance. There were 17 new certificates of occupancy issued, and the city's lawn maintenance contractor performed 196 cuttings. This quarter, department staff attended meetings of the DDA, Historical Commission, and the Art Space Steering Committee. We worked with ArtSpace on their feasibility study visit to Mount Clemens the first week of April. We oversaw the installation of the new ADA automatic doors at the ice arena utilizing CDBG funds.
No, you'll be now. Have a seat. You're on the list.
We assisted in and attended the ribbon cutting ceremony for the new kayak launch at MacArthur Park, and oversaw the adoption of amendments to the city's rental registration and inspection ordinance, and assisted in the creation of the vacant non-residential structure ordinance. That's it.
Questions? Thank you.
Okay, I'm happy.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Sorry.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Did you get caught in the rain?
What's
Did
that?
you get caught in the rain?
Yeah, we had a rollover accident the other end of
Oh.
town. Okay, so good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Let's see, I missed the big,
You did.
yeah, I'm sorry, I missed it. So, you have these numbers, right? Dan sent these over to you?
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, we've been very busy. We're on pace to be a couple hundred more runs ahead of where we were last year. We're coming into our busy time. These next few months traditionally are our busy time. Do you have any questions about the run totals? Anybody? Anybody have any questions?
I don't think so.
To the potatoes of it. Okay. Please forgive me because I didn't have a chance to go over all this earlier. It's been a busy
all right.
day. Starting in April, the fire inspections are very busy. Again, I know you get sick of hearing it, but it's a great thing. We're very busy. Things are picking up. We're getting a lot of plans coming in. Unfortunately, we just lost Lieutenant Jay Ward to retirement, which is a big setback because he carried a lot of that load. So we're trying to pick up for that. A lot of re-inspections, a lot of final inspections, a lot of phone calls with engineers and builders. The hospital project's coming along pretty good. We've been working with them on that. Back in April, we did a tour of Exalta. A lot of things going on over at the paint plant. They're doing a lot of improvements, a lot of money being invested there. Things you might not see driving by the plant, but a lot of infrastructure and big upgrades, which is
That's good.
it's nice to see they're putting money into the place. Captain Shipman had a meeting with the Comtech people, the Let's Move race. Again, another big success this year. We did rope and knot training, and we had confined space training back in April. We do that a couple times a year. Let's see here. A lot of building maintenance issues back in the spring. Young's Plumbing was out. We love working with them. They always try to look out for the city's best interest and doing a lot of repairs. As you know, the buildings are getting old. Let's see here. In May, there's an EMS ops meeting we attended, a McLaren luncheon. I didn't go to that. I think Captain Shipman attended that. Meeting with the DDA, the Sheriff's Department over the car show. I think that was another big success. I didn't get to that, but I hear it was very well attended. The fire chief's monthly meetings and emergency management meeting. We had several tours back in May. The kids like to come out in the springtime. It's always fun time. The young kids are getting excited because the school year is coming to an end. As far as training in May was a big month. We did RIT training for 2 weeks. Did forcible entry training, rescue task force training, active assailant training, confined space training, fire officer 1 and 2 classes for the guys that needed them. We did county hazmat training, training with the New World system, training on EMS, peer support training, and continuing ed training for fire inspection. And we were very fortunate. The county's doing all these renovations. We got access to the old probate court building. It had a lot of fun tearing that apart in there. We don't get a lot of buildings that we can demolish, so it was kind of nice. Let's see here. We had the Optimus bike radio and the Masonic chili cook-off, which the guys always fight over going to that. In June, we had fire inspections, re-inspections, following up phone calls. It gets to the time of year where we start having a lot of tents pop up, which is nice. We started to get the people coming into town, a lot of tent inspections. Did the annual inspection at the county jail. That's usually a pretty in-depth process. We're there for a week and a half. off and on. It's a pretty big building. Attended the Optimist meeting, county fire chiefs, and we had we had a nozzle demonstration. We're always looking to try to save a little money, looking at some new equipment. Somebody came in to show us some new stuff that we're thinking about buying. As far as tours, we attended Prevail Academy. They had a family fun day. The big flag retirement ceremony at the American Legion, which is always a very, very solemn, very profound event. And we attended the year-end open house at the Jermaine Jackson Center. Again, for training that month, we were at Exalta for EMS training. We did some driver's training, New World testing. Big events in June, we had a donation from Cadillac Asphalt. This was the result, and I answered your email the other day, from the inspection program. We go out and we identify target hazards in the community. This happened to be one of the sites that we hadn't been in. I've been here for 25, 26 years and hadn't been in that facility in years. We went in and they opened up their facility. They greeted us with open arms because they have 5 big plants in major areas. They do nothing with their local fire departments, and there's a ton of hazards that we identified there. So it wound up becoming a training opportunity for us, a funding opportunity, because they were so happy to be able to get somebody in to do some training, and they wanted to buy some confined space equipment for the city, which helped save some money for us. So we were very grateful for that. And that's going to be an ongoing thing, it sounds like. They want to continue to do training with us, and they're trying to take what we did here and use it as a template in the other communities where they have plans. Let's see here. Had the fireworks. People seem to really enjoy the fireworks. What a show. That was a fantastic show. I think that's the best show I've seen all the years I've been here. That was really good. And the last thing is, and I'm sure you're aware of it, Lieutenant Jawar retired. Lieutenant Jawar has been a very valuable member of our department for 24 and a half years. And he's a great firefighter and a good friend, and will be sorely missed. And we wish him well in his retirement. But the upside is it opened up a spot for a great up-and-coming lieutenant, so we're very fortunate, and congratulations to Lieutenant Kirkham on his promotion. Is there anything I could answer for any of you?
Commissioner Ford?
The construction the gas company's doing on Walnut, has there been any incidents?
No, sir. No, thank heaven. And that's, I've driven by that several times because I caught them down at this end. They were doing some vertical drilling, horizontal drilling, and then I saw that they're doing some bigger projects. Definitely needed upgrades. It's nice to see that they're investing the time and the resources in the community, because the community's getting old. But we haven't had a major gas issue here. Man, long time.
Just
Yeah.
knocking on wood.
Yeah. Long time. It's been a long time. Anyone else?
Thank you very
I don't mean to
much.
sound so rushed. It's just been a
No,
busy
that's
day.
all right.
Okay.
Appreciate you
Thank you very much.
doing your
That's
report.
right.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to have Sarah Price with Human Resources.
Right, excuse me, the city of Mount Clemens ended the second quarter with 67 total employees. We had 58 full-time and 9 part-time staff members. We successfully brought on a new finance director, which you'll hear from him in a moment, and 1 new part-time bus driver, as well as completed the hiring process for 6 seasonal labor employees with public services and utilities. We did accept the retirements of the 2 full-time employees, and we had 1 deferred retiree become an active retiree. The oral board component of the fire promotional testing was conducted. We are in negotiations with 1 collective bargaining agreement. In addition to some of those new hires and the retirements, the HR office processed 7 biweekly payrolls, 3 retiree payrolls, and 2 miscellaneous payrolls. We've continued to post the openings for the mechanic position, the dial-a-ride bus drivers, and the wastewater treatment plant crew leader. We are currently accepting applications for the mechanic and the crew leader positions. If you're interested in those or any positions with the city of Mount Clemens, you can visit our website and click on the link for job opportunities. It is a requirement to complete the employment application, and you can find that in the posting on the website. I participated in several different training programs, webinars, and on-site training to earn recertification credits. And just some of the general HR items, completed verifications of employment and wage surveys, and just performed general maintenance and updates to the employee records. Also, I think it was last week or so, the new Clementines had come out to all of the households in Mount Clemens. That newsletter, the extra copies are available here at City Hall. They're also available on our website, and I believe are being posted on Facebook as well. That pretty much sums it up. Are there any questions?
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Commissioner Kropp.
When I was over at Clinton Place Tower, they mentioned that they weren't receiving the journal, so they weren't receiving the city newsletter.
Okay.
So they were wondering if the city newsletter, if we could either drop some off to the.
Yeah, we've got plenty of extra
Extra
copies.
copies,
Yeah,
okay.
we can make our way over there.
Okay,
Yep.
awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll have Cliff Mason with the Finance Department.
Yes, I was going to say, I've been here now, today marks my 90th day here. And I'm going to say,
still here, huh?
I've been in this business 47 years. And I want to say thank you, Lisa and Jeff. Been really helpful. I tell you, people who I'm working with, I wasn't really sure at the time when I came in, as to what I was going to expect. I had heard this and that, but I tell you what, I've never met more cooperative, more willing, engaging people wanting to take something. We're doing a new challenge in finance, and we're making a transition to where we have a team in play who are involved in all aspects of the position. And I have a young staff down in Treasury Department. I believe Lori and her staff have done a tremendous job working with me. We've already overhauled the tax collection process. We are now in the process, we're going to overhaul another project regarding our retiree benefits. And that's being done as we speak right now. And this is also in cooperation, working with Plant Moran. And they've seen these things that they said we looked at the last few years, we just kind of got stalled. Well, we're not going to be stalled in trying to get these projects moving and trying to increase the efficiency and also reduce the expense that the city has been paying Plant Moran. Plant Moran does a fabulous job for this community, but we're very dependent on them. All right, we're going to, during my tenure, hopefully we can reduce that dependency, use them for what we need them for, cut back the cost. And I've told Lisa, I've told Jeff several times, I think they do a great job. We need them too much. We don't need them as much as we've had in the past, and that's going to be one of my big projects, cut back the cost of what we do on the audit and other things that we've needed them, not really asked them to, needed them to do. So with that, this next 6-7 months going to be very busy. In fact, I told Plant when I met with them late last week, we're going to have this audit to this committee by Halloween. One way or another, we're going to give you an audit so you can make quicker decisions. You might not like the numbers, hopefully we do, but hey, on the flip side, we don't like the numbers. There are things that if we get the audit quicker, things we can do to make those numbers improve. All right, with that, I'll bore you with some statistics. We got the tax bills out, 7,000. Tax bills went out here on time. And really, I was very happy because, again, a transition team. We're going in, and so that worked out fine. We were able to close out the end of the year, tax summary with the county, got that done, balanced that out to zero, and we already received our check for in excess of $700,000. So some things are going good. Utility bills go out every quarter. We put out 2,500 bills a month, 7,000 utility bills. We write about 3,000 checks a month. Those numbers are pretty consistent. Where you go look at, you won't see much change. Shut-offs are, unfortunately, we put about 50 shut-offs a month. You really don't want to put any shut-offs, but we do, and we do a fair job of collecting off the shut-offs. So with that, enough said, and hopefully in 3 months I can give you some better news.
Thank you.
Next, we will have Jay Pick from the Utilities Department.
Good evening. At the the drinking water treatment plant, the old ozone equipment has been removed in preparation for the new unit. I talked to Lenny today. He thought maybe Halloween for the new unit. We'll see about that. At the wastewater treatment plant, the sand filter rehab project has been completed. So all the wastewater now is going through the sand filters, and we're noticing cleaner water leaving the plant. We've rebuilt the main basin dewatering pump over at the basin, so we were having some issues with it, and we had Kennedy Industries come in and work on it, and we've had that thing running pretty much nonstop for a month, and it's running great. Between waste management and biotech, about 2/3 of the plant's biosolids inventory has been hauled out. So we kind of had an issue with the rain in April and May with that. We are in good shape with that now. The water and sewer crew responded to 367 service requests in the 3-month period. The second of our wastewater plant's 3 main influent pumps was reconditioned. We still have one left. And Deshaun O'Neill, one of our operators at the wastewater plant, passed his Class D wastewater examination. So he's now certified. Any questions?
No, thank you.
Yep.
Next, we'll have the clerk's office from Lisa Borges.
As a result of the City Commission's approval of the medical marijuana facilities ordinance last December, the clerk's office created applications and various paperwork to aid the application process. We are already preparing for the next election in Mount Clemens, which will be on Tuesday, November 5th. The city election will be to vote for office of mayor and office of city commission. Please note that the deadline to file to be a candidate for either office is Tuesday, July 23rd at 4:00 p.m. The clerk's office has been processing candidate materials for this election. Additionally, changes in Michigan election law has prompted our department to make changes to many existing procedures, as well as to training and voting materials. We have attended conferences and workshops on the subject and are working on implementing these changes currently. Over 500 business license renewal applications were sent out to all Mount Clemens businesses in May. All renewal applications were due back by June 30th. All applications returned to date have been reviewed and licenses have been sent out. We are now working on all of the delinquent business registrations, renewals of numerous vending machine and amusement device licenses, waste hauler licenses, solicitor licenses, and pedicab licenses have also been processed by our office. The clerk's office has begun working on an initiative in preparation for the 2020 census. We represent the city as a part of a committee collaborating with neighboring communities, Clinton Township, Roseville, and Fraser. By promoting the census together, we are hoping to be able to spread the word to encourage as much participation as possible so that the majority of our residents will be counted. Getting an accurate count of every resident in the community will lead to greater federal monies being distributed to Mount Clemens. We continue to seek applicants for the following boards and committees: Beautification Commission, Board of Zoning Appeals, Brownfield Redevelopment Authority, Historical Commission, Historic District Commission, Local Officers Compensation Commission, and Traffic Safety Committee. If anybody's interested in serving on a board or committee, just contact the city clerk's office. That's all I have.
Question? Thank you.
In the Public Services Department, we worked with the contractors and completed the Harrington Road reconstruction project prior to the deadline and under budget. We have set up and cleaned up the many special events, including the Let's Move Festival of Races, Super Sat Art Day, car cruise, and the fireworks. Assisted the Beautification Committee in celebrating Arbor Day by planting a Regal Prince oak tree with the 3rd grade students at Seminole Elementary. We planted and watered flowers at the many locations throughout the city. We performed the monthly monitoring and DEQ mandated dewatering event of the methane ventilation system. We've cleaned and graded and set up the ball diamonds at Memorial Field for rentals as scheduled. The street sweeper swept every road in the city this spring and continues to go out intermittently. And the street department assisted local volunteers in a spring cleanup along the Clinton River and MacArthur Park. We performed annual preparations at the farmers market in preparation of the season. And the parking division issued 1,620 parking citations for the quarter, which is up about 23.1% from this time last year. It has generated approximately $130,000 in meter revenue, which is also an increase of about 4.8% from this time last year. We have supplied services to approximately 12,000 persons utilizing the dial ride system, and have submitted the quarterly report to Michigan Department of Transportation in the amount of $8,626 for the reimbursement of trunk line maintenance. That's all I have.
Maintenance downtown. Tree trim,
Yeah.
lights.
We do a lot of other things too.
They also
So-
trim the trees downtown and new lighting on the trees downtown. Commissioner Ford?
My question is, they're doing a lot of construction on Walnut, and they're putting the asphalt down with concrete. Will they be required to put concrete back, or can they just walk away?
No, they'll be required to put back whatever was there. If they tore out asphalt, it will have to be asphalt that goes back. If they tore out concrete, it will have to be concrete that goes back.
Anyone else? Thank you. Is that it for reports?
That's it, what we have.
Anybody else have any reports? Okay. I need a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
Motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
Roll call?
Bunton,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menzer.
Okay, on to public participation. You may address this body. All we ask is that you give us your name, address, and you adhere to our 3-minute rule. Okay. No comments. Moving along. Administrative responses, we had none. I need a motion to approve the minutes, previous meeting.
Move to present the city commission meeting minutes from July 1st, 2019.
Support. Who's-
Anyone?
Okay. Okay, roll call?
Campbell, Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Menzer, Bunton.
Yes.
Okay, general business, 9A, approval of the fiscal year 2020 purchase of service, POS, contract between SMART and the city of Mount Clemens for the Mount Clemens Dial-A Ride. Need a motion?
Move the financial report 2020 purchase of services, POS, contract between Suburban Mobility Authority and Regional Transportation, SMART, SMART, and the City of Mount Clemens as presented, and to authorize the execution of the contract by the appropriate city officials.
Support.
Attached is the fiscal year 2020 purchase of service contract between the Suburban Mobility Authority for Regional Transportation and the City of Mount Clemens for the Mount Clemens Dial Ride. This contract outlines the operating arrangements between SMART and the Mount Clemens Dial Ride. Please note that SMART will continue to subsidize the project up to $16,036 in municipal credits and $28,739 in community credits for operating costs. This contract has been reviewed by the City Attorney's Office.
Comments? Commissioner Menzer?
I wondered who is the project manager for this? Because it specifically cites item number 4, personnel and other assistance. I just wondered who the project manager is.
Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Mr. Wood, okay. And in the next paragraph, I wondered, do we subcontract any portion of this contract out?
No.
Okay. And then I just wanted to point out something that I think is very fun. Item number 13, the interest of members of Congress. I just get a big kick out of this. No member or delegate of the Congress of the United States shall be permitted any share or part of the contract or to any benefit arising.
We hope so.
I just think that's just, okay, we gotta spell that out. That's it. That's all my questions.
Commissioner Fournier?
I have one question on section 22. It's regarding direct payment of costs by SMART. Are we responsible for keeping all of everything updated, or, buses, whatever? And then, but in this particular section, they say, may at its sole discretion pay directly, blah, 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 pay for those costs directly? How does that work?
There is some direct payment of costs from SMART
SMART.
as far as the buses. They do maintain the buses.
Okay.
The city is responsible and does pay for fuel. They do the oil changes and the maintenance. So the SMART has eliminated their radio system. And as you know, we have gotten many grants through SMART to
Right.
upgrade our facility. We've done the roof and some doors and some windows and many things. That was all kind of a direct payment through SMART. So.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I have
Commissioner
one more.
Menzer?
I just wanted to make sure, under Article 21 here, it says, any such fares shall include the provision of half fares to elderly and handicapped individuals during at least off-peak periods. Are we giving them the half fare, the whole entire contract?
We do.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Dempsey,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Pratt,
Yes.
Metzer,
Yes.
Benton,
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Okay, 9B, request approval of the Mount Clemens Clinton River Live Concert hosted by Petterparn Inc., Alexander Zonchek, and the Mount Clemens Downtown Development Authority. Need a motion?
Move to approve the Mount Clemens Downtown Development Authority's request for use of the Clinton River Park and waterfront for the Clinton River Live Concert.
Support.
The Mount Clemens Downtown Development Authority is requesting to obtain authorization from the City of Mount Clemens for hosting the Mount Clemens Clinton River Live Concert. The concert takes place on Saturday, September 21st, 2019, from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Clinton River Park and waterfront. The September event will include a variety of national, regional, and local entertainment, which will include jazz, blues, Motown, R&B, and world music. To ensure the public safety and success of this event, the event sponsors are requesting the use of the Clinton River Park and waterfront between the Crocker Boulevard Bridge and the Market Street Bridge.
Questions? Commissioner Menzer?
I just wanted to say thank you very much, Mickey, events coordinator of the DDA. I think this is going to be a fantastic concert. I think it is absolutely wonderful that we're going to do a concert of this size and type back on our waterfront area. So thank you very much for putting this together.
This came about,
Please come to the mic.
This came about from Alexander Zonchek's experience on our riverfront in the 80s and 90s, and he thinks our city's magical and the use of the riverfront is important. And also that we are listening to the people, our residents in the community, from the Focus Summit that we had at the Emerald Theater, and they asked to please bring concerts back on the waterfront with some diversity, and I think this will fulfill both of those things. So thank you.
Job well done.
Thank you.
I do have a question. Just for my edification, what is world music?
That's just a term that they use for other types. We're putting the entertainment together right now. He's going to be bringing in some national acts from like New York, Chicago, that type of thing. And we will also have a couple local groups because we want to encourage our youth to get involved. And if this should turn out to be a successful event, Alexander would like to do it next year and make it a 2-day event, which would be Saturday, Sunday. He does this in about 8 different communities throughout southeastern Michigan for 17 to 20 years, and it's been very successful, and they're all on rivers of some sort. And it was very important to him to have the Clinton River name. This is the logo that we will be using. It shows the waterfront, the gazebo, some musical notes. So he owns 2 radio stations and he's with television, so we're going to get a lot of promotion out of this. So
Excellent.
just
You
have to
always-
encourage people to come. I need a lot of people on the riverfront to make it look successful.
Okay. Well, I just think you guys do an awesome job, and it's just class act all the way, so thanks for bringing that in.
Well,
I just had
If
to
you
ask that
approve it,
question.
then we'll do it.
Thank you. Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Ford.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crab.
Yes.
Menzer.
Absolutely.
Bunten.
Yes,
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes. Payment and purchase of invoices. Need a motion?
Move to approve purchases and payment of invoices as presented.
Support.
Are there any questions, comments? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Fournier.
Yes.
Crab.
Yes.
Menzer.
Yes.
Bunten.
yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
The consent agenda, there isn't any.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there is
some.
Where?
One.
All right, put your glasses back on. Oh, yes. Consent agenda, please.
Move to approve consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Crab.
Yes.
Menzer.
Yes.
Bunten.
Yes,
Campbell.
Yes.
Dempsey.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Boy, if I would have missed that one. Wouldn't hear the end of that one. City manager's report.
The farmers market will be open in the Roscoff parking lot by the Anton Art Center every Wednesday beginning July 24th through September 25th, 2019, from 1 until 5 p.m. This is in addition to being open on the North River Road lot every Friday and Saturday from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. The Uptown Friday night concert will be held at the Fountain Stage on Friday, July 19th, beginning at 7 p.m. The concert will feature the band Three Piece. The application and petition filing deadline for candidates for the office of mayor and city commission is on Tuesday, July 23rd, 2019 at 4 p.m. The city election will be held November 5th, 2019. Please contact city clerk's office at 586-469-6818 for further information. And all Mount Clemens residents have been invited to take part in Jimmy John's Field City Nights by attending the City of Mount Clemens Night on Wednesday, July 24, 2019. Gates open at 6 p.m. and game time is at 7:05 p.m. Any resident will receive $4 off any grandstand ticket, and it's 2 for 1 night. Use promo code MountClemens19, MTLCLEMENS19. For ticket information, call 248-601-2400 or visit www.uspbl.com. Jimmy John's Field is located at 7171 Auburn Road, Utica. The Daughters of Macomb will hold its annual parade and meeting on Thursday, August 1st, 2019. The parade will begin at approximately 9:15 a.m. downtown on Main Street. Rolling closures of various streets will take place while the parade is en route.
Can I just chat now?
Sure.
I just want to thank all the department heads for all their reports. They really work hard and do an excellent job for the residents. And Cliff Mason, who joined us in April, came facing a lot of challenges, and he's done a tremendous job with all of the members in his department working together very hard. So I wanted to acknowledge all of you.
Okay, sounds good. Commissioners' comments. Do you have to get your garbage out?
Yes, I have a lot.
Okay. Commissioner Menzer.
So I want to just congratulate Lieutenant Kirkham on his promotion and say again how much we appreciated Lieutenant Jawar's work. He was an asset to the city, and I hope that he enjoys his retirement. I want to give a shout out to Emily Bergman in Mount Clemens. She was a winner in the 2019 Celebrate Michigan photo contest. She did a picture that was a reflection of the sky and the trees and a puddle of melting snow and ice, creating a very impressionistic scene. That's a great honor to her, so congratulations to Emily Bergman. Yesterday, I participated in a cleanup here for a local resident that didn't have the resources, the time, or the ability to do some very extensive yard work. There were 5 of us that volunteered. Their yard now looks better than mine. But it was a lot of work, but it was all volunteer, and it was all spearheaded by Gina New. So I was happy to participate in that. We intend to do these kind of events for residents who don't have the ability on kind of a repeating basis. So you'll find those on the Mount Clemens Community Facebook page for the next one that happens. So that was a lot of, it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot of things. And in addition, for those of you who are wondering, because I've been asked several questions today, my black eye, I fell off a boat onto a dock. So, and I'm fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Ford.
To anybody that missed the 4th of July fireworks, missed some nice fireworks. To Mr. Kirkham, his father would have been proud if he was around.
Absolutely. Commissioner Fournier.
Congratulations to Lieutenant Kirkham. He definitely had a big support group here, and it was very, very nice to see that. And I also want to congratulate the department heads on their presentations, and especially Mr. Mason. I enjoyed that very much, and I look forward to hearing what else you're doing in the department, and hope we can get some of those procedures cleared up so we don't have a management letter anymore from Plant Moran. With that, have a nice rest of July. It's going by fast. Enjoy the summer at our concerts that are coming up.
Commissioner Button.
Okay. I guess we'll just talk about some days to celebrate. And I know I always do this. I think every day should be a day to celebrate as long as you are alive and well. But some people have a hard time figuring out something to celebrate, so I offer a few things for you to celebrate. Dog Days of Summer, which runs from July 3rd to August 11th. That's the heart of summer. You should get out and enjoy it. And also this month is hot dog and ice cream and picnic month. So those kind of go together. Get out and enjoy that. On July 20th, it always happens on July 20th. It's Moon Day. It celebrates U.S. astronaut Neil Armstrong and Michael Collins and Edwin Aldrin landing on the moon. This marks Neil's first step on the moon and his now famous saying, that's one small step for a man and one giant leap for mankind. So that's a chance to celebrate his accomplishments. On July 21st, and it's always the third Sunday in July, in 1984, President Ronald Reagan proclaimed the month of July as National Ice Cream Month and the third Sunday as National Ice Cream Day. Thanks, Ronnie. I appreciate that. That's one of my favorite days. July 24th. This day honors the famous aviation pioneer Amelia Earhart. She broke many of the distance flight records for her time. She and her navigator, Frederick Noonan, disappeared, never to be found again, as they attempted to fly around the world. So she was a pioneer and a great woman, and that's the day to celebrate her existence. July 27th. It's always the fourth Sunday in July. It's National Parents' Day. And we have a lot of days that we celebrate. Father's Day, Mother's Day, all of those days. Well, this is a day to celebrate parents. This is a special day to honor your mother and your father. It is an opportunity to honor and celebrate family structure and values. It is not so much a time for gift giving, but an opportunity to spend time together in the family structure. It is a time to let parents know how much you really love them and appreciate them. If your parents are no longer among the living, take a little time to reminisce. Look at old photographs and remember when. And as traditionally, I do the Commission of Wisdom. You can give without loving, but you cannot love without giving. And that's an unknown author. Also, I'd like to give you this one. Life should not be measured by the number of breaths that we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. And that's by George Carlin. And with that, we'll say good night.
Thank you. Commissioner Kraft?
I'd like to thank the MCEP. I keep seeing their student crews on northbound Gratiot, and they're picking up all of the trash, and one in the audience today. So thank you very much for all of that time and service that you're doing. And from what I understand, you guys are working on like resumes and stuff like that too, or you're going to be. So I think it's a great skill, and I think it's a very good program. I would like to encourage everyone to come out on Wednesday, this Wednesday, July 17th, from 11:30 to 1 for Waterfront Wednesday. So just come out of your office building, your house if you can, and just come have lunch by the gazebo. It's just an opportunity to look at the beautiful mural on the stairs and the wonderful waterfront that we have, and just appreciate the natural resource that we have. I too, of course, would like to offer congratulations to to Officer Kirkham and his family, and thank you for your continued dedication to the city of Mount Clemens. I think we're very lucky to have Lieutenant Kirkham promoted within the ranks of the fire department. So that's all I have today.
Thank you. Commissioner Campbell?
To piggyback on Ms. Borges' comments on the reports, I want to say I really like the water report because it's important we have good water. So I was glad to hear that. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to piggyback on Roger's. There's 2 days in July I have to acknowledge. July 12th was my brother's birthday.
Oh.
And July 22nd is my granddaughter's birthday. And she's going to be 9, so those are special days in July for me. I want to thank you for all the work that the MCP is doing, and the Optimist. I had an opportunity to attend one of the Optimist, I'll say it right yet, meeting the other night. And I think these young men and women are going to do some great things in this community with their leadership that they have. So we're looking forward to that. The downtown concerts, come on out. They're wonderful. I mean, you can't go anywhere and just sit right around the fountain and hear some great music. It's free. Come and sit, meet your neighbors, meet friends. It's wonderful, and it's offered free in the city to do that. The other thing is, I have one more thing on my mind I wanted to say. Of course, I forget it. Senior moment. With that, we'll go with it, because I'm not going to come up with it at this point in time. We'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, before I change my mind, say what the other word. Meeting adjourned.